Alice, I
Yes.
don't know that we got to meet officially at the clergy day a couple weeks ago,
No, we didn't. Yes.
Jonathan, but I was so appreciative what you shared, and I hope that's why you're coming here.
Well, yes.
Wonderful. So, real treat, folks. This is Alice from St. Paul's, Watertown.
Yes.
And tell us about the amazing stuff you're doing.
Well, it's a community effort. It really is. It started in 2011 when I retired from state service and looked around to see what was missing in Watertown in terms of outreach. And it was then that I did a survey of the community and figured out that we were doing nothing for infants and young mothers. And so that's when Mary's Room started. We took over a room in the basement, and we gathered together money for diapers and wipes, and we went to rummage sales and picked up clothing and persuaded people to donate it, and furniture and all that good stuff. And within a couple of months, we were ready to open, and it snowballed. Right now, the community supports Mary's Room. We get donations from all the other churches in town. We get donations from community groups, nonprofit groups like the Kiwanis and St. Vincent de Paul's, and it has just grown. So then I got together with a group of women to see what else we could do. St. Paul's is a very tiny church. Our average attendance is between 40 and 50 people every Sunday. And so I knew we couldn't do it all, but why wouldn't we want to join together with some of the other churches to do it? So I got together with a group of about 15 women, and 10 other churches decided to join St. Paul's to reach an economy of scale where we could do other things. And so we started something called the Shared Mission Group. And so we have a backpack program which provides backpacks full of food for families for over the weekend, for kids that are getting free meals in the school system. We have sandwiches in the park in the summer to replace the school meals, and we rotate around all the parks. And all the churches donate to this. We started a free laundry, so that people who are applying for jobs or have a lot of kids can come to the free laundry on Tuesdays between 11 and 2 and wash their clothes. And we have a personal essentials pantry where you can get things like toilet rolls, paper towels, washing soap, toothpaste, toothbrushes, and all the sort of things that food stamps don't pay for. And we are now moving into the school systems a little more, and we are providing emergency food pantries in the grade schools. We've got one going at high school called The Nest for a lot of the displaced high school students, but we wanted to move into the grade schools this semester, so that's what we're doing. And it's all because, we are part of the whole.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't matter what denomination you are, what ecumenical flavor you come from, we all work together to do that.
Which it sounds like it's both a gift of it, but something you brought to it in terms of your original vision of community. I remember when you talked to us at the clergy day, it was about community organizing. And you were talking about who you were willing to organize community with, and like you go to all kinds of people and raise all kinds of money. It didn't matter if they were people. So there's like this double blessing I see from the outside, the work you are doing, but also how you are redefining who we is, who does the work. You're inviting people into folding them in.
Giving just feels good. And giving people the opportunity to give, even if they're unchurched, is a remarkable gift that you can give to people. And so I will go to any groups, but I did this at state when I started community programs for people with intellectual disabilities, for elders, and for people with physical disabilities, finding workers for them rather than putting them into a nursing home to
Yeah.
get their care was very important because everybody needs a community. So I have been known to go into bars and recruit
I think
personal
that's
care
wonderful.
workers from the bar because some of my elders were kind of rough and ready rural types.
Sure.
They would not have been comfortable with your basic 45-year-old personal care worker female, but they were perfectly happy to be taken care of by a guy with tattoos in a bar who was out of work.
Wow.
And why not? As long as you had some quality controls in there, it works.
What you were saying about giving people the gift of an opportunity to give.
Yes.
I remember, I think it was John Paul II in a short little book he wrote about becoming a rector at a church. I don't think Catholics call it rector, but he's a head priest at a church for the first time. He was nervous and stuff. And he was talking about things he learned. One thing he learned was to always ask 2 questions at every gathering. And the 2 questions were, what light do the scriptures shed on this challenge? And who can we ask for help? And I see y'all really living into that. Who can we ask for help? But the other thing he did is that he realized that it wasn't really complete to go make a visit to someone who the world would identify as in need and just pray for them. He would leave them with a prayer request list. He would ask them to pray. He would ask them and so kind of awaken that gift and engage them in that way. I'm just tickled to see the imagination y'all have for doing that.
Reciprocity is important.
Yes.
So even the people that get like to give.
Mm-hmm.
So in Mary's room, those clothes rotate until they're worn out because the mothers bring them back. Same with the furniture, because
So good.
reciprocity is so important. And I found this out. Can I tell a little story?
Sure.
Yeah.
No, that's what
Well,
we're set up for.
when I had I'm a social worker by trade.
Okay.
And so when I had a caseload of elders, I had this one really stubborn elder who needed to wear adult diapers because he was incontinent and he wouldn't go anywhere because he would not wear them, and because they crinkled and they crunched when you walk. I had this other elder on my caseload who really missed sewing. She had a sewing machine, but she couldn't do the fine work anymore. What I had her do was cut the diapers, the adult diapers, in half and quilt them so they didn't come apart.
Oh,
And
wow.
pass them on to this guy who would then wear the smaller, downsized
Okay.
adult protection. And he, in turn, turned around and planted a community garden at her elder living space.
Oh, wow.
That's reciprocity at its finest.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. It was a match made in heaven. And I was able to step back,
Yeah.
and they were able to step in, and it was super.
And they find life in the community together.
Right.
Thank you so much, Alice. This
You're
is a
very
real
welcome.
treat. I appreciate it. And you should tell your table you win so far. Like St. Paul's easily
Oh,
the most eager storytellers and with some really good stories. He's been quietly listening to this. It's not just me saying it, he can vouch for it. But thank you.
you're very welcome.